jeez, we didn't have to get all technical, sorry. This is fun.
Yeah. Just saying.
You guys, so think about your warm-up. So, I've seen people do a beautiful warm-up, but the warm-up should be consistent. So, a lot of people don't do a warm-up in training. The day of the trial, they change things, and that's really toxic. You're setting yourself up, your dog up for failure. There's a guy named T. Floyd. Have you ever heard of him? He's a really good trainer on the East Coast of America. And before nationals, he said, "Joel, can you warm up my dog, give him protection before he came out?" And I said, "Yeah." So I warmed him up, gave him some bites. There was a guy after him that I didn't know. They said, "Can you warm my dog up too?" I said, "Sure." "Well, what do you do on your warm up?" He goes, "I've never warmed him up before." I'm like, "I wouldn't do it today. Your biggest event, your new handler." I said, "I'll warm your dog up if you want, but I wouldn't do it today." And he said, "But I saw you do it the last guy." I said, "He does it in training." You guys see what I'm saying? So
I learned that my first trial when I was going on for obedience with Woody.
Mm-hmm.
I looked over, he's playing with the ball, and I was sitting there with my dog, and I kind of trying to calm him down like I usually do before protection, trying to calm him down. Like, maybe I should be playing with the ball. Didn't think about it, walked around the corner, he thought we were going for protection. He tried to want every person back here. He's looking for Roger the whole time.
yeah, so my warm up is starting to be my cue for protection. So like if I got Slayer out of the truck and I said, "Where is he?" You'll hear him barking. He knows now it's aggression. If I show him the ball twice, Platz, no matter what the cue, he's doing obedience. That means people that have a whip out here, you know, for dumbbells, but his brain has changed because he knows the cues, he's in the mood for his mood, right? So his mood on your warm-up, take a look at what mood you want. So you have low drive exercises, right? Medium drive and high drive. If my dog is doing long down first in a trial, what is my mood going to be?
Low.
I'm going to change the mood. I'm not going to get him really jacked up for the ball. I do not want my mood for a long down to be high drive. I want it low drive.
I got a question for that though. Say you have to do the long down first. Like usually I would go back and I bring out a ball and I play on the ground with him. I can't go into the ball. But if I do that, then I go for a long down. He's wired, but how do I start that from
That's
there?
where I do my second cue. So I have two warm-ups. Let's say I'm field first. It's always polite, especially at a big event. I tell the person if they speak English, if it's the Worlds, I hope there's a translator there. I tell them I'm going to warm up my dog, and my dog's going to go very high drive if I'm field first, barking at me, very pushy. So my drive if I'm field first is super, super high. Does that make sense? I mean, so they're like, it's polite though to tell the person you're paired up with, I'm going to do this. I didn't just fly to Germany to have a bad warm up. So will it bother you if I do it here? And if they say yes, my dog can't handle that. And I'm like, I'll be over here then, but I'm going to do it. There's no rule that you can't do that. You can warm your dog up for a very high drive.
Where is here? Is that at the gates just before you start?
Yes, there's no correction device after you turn in your scorebook. So the trial starts when you're like, here's my scorebook. Your trial has officially started, which means no prong, no E, no correction with the sit stick, no correction device. You can have a motivational device all the way up till the second you enter through the gate. So you can't have any motivational device obviously on you in a trial. But if I were in this club and I'm going to check in right here, I'll probably have the ball here. Like if that other person's over there or vice versa. You know, forward, spin, forward. So I'm going to get my dog really jacked up because I'm field first. If I'm long down first, Platz, I stand for my BH, my 1 and my 2 with my arms crossed with my back to my dog. I have the E-collar in my hand on a low level. It's a low drive exercise. If I do this, tick, tick. So I change my feet whenever I correct my dog on a long down. So let's say my dog looks away, because you want your dog staring at you the whole long down. So if my dog's on a long down and for a 3 I'm in the blind, I want my dog staring the whole time. In fact, that's graded. They're supposed to stare at you now on the long down. Don't worry about that right now for the BH 1 and 2, but on my BH, I want my dog looking at me the whole time. So I stand like this, They look away. So say it's a young dog. I have the e-collar here. No, tick, tick, good look. They look away. No, tick, tick, good look. And I'll pay them. So they get used to this. Remember you have the 4 levels of corrections, right? No in conjunction with the E. You guys remember the 4 levels?
You can go over them again.
Remember? No with the leash is level 1. Second level for me is no in conjunction with the E and the leash. No, tick. Third, no leash, no, tick. So the E is. And my 4th level is a silent correction, which means I no longer say no. So if my dog drops his head on a foos, I stop saying no. I just tick, tick. Good. You see what I mean? So that's the highest level.
But they're knowing they're well aware of what's going on.
I've gone through these steps months and a year and a half, so it's very slow. But the day of the trial, I do this on the BH 1 and 2. The day of the trial, when do dogs break on a BH? On the recall. So the day of the trial, Slayer's laying down, and my back's to him, and I hear the other handler say here, and I just do this. I switch my feet. So he's, see, did I do something wrong? You know what I mean? So he's really
waiting for a correction.
Yes, and so the day of the trial, I switch my feet. And then I'll switch the feet on the
And it's like you're just trying to catch him before he does it almost, right?
Yes, right when they say here, I just switch my feet. So it's these little cues, these subtle cues are what separates the 75 points from the 97 points. I mean, so I'm cueing the entire time. In fact, I can show you like maybe at dinner, my 3 routine, this last routine, I got a 96 in obedience. And you'll see all the cues once I explain them. A judge will never see them. So don't print that out.
No, I'm just gonna.
You record it for you, that's fine.
This is fun.
Your body language almost, right?
Yes, and I'm very aware of when the judge is writing. So like here's my cue for my stay. So I do my recall, my plots here. My dog comes in, foos, and I see the judge write and I do this. My hands open always means stay. That's just my cue.